welcome back to Little Miss Dropstitch in this brand new dazzling year of 2025. Last time we shared, well, I shared with you and asked you to share with me how 2024 went, so do go and have a look back at that video if you've not. I'll link it below. I'm sharing kind of how the year went, just honestly about Little Miss Dropstitch and myself as well. But now we're in 2025, so I'm going to share with you my hopes and goals for the year. I look like I'm being cautious because I am, because I don't like measuring success within the space of a year. So yes, these are my hopes and goals for 2025. Please do give us that like, thumbs up, subscribe and all that good stuff so we can continue to make all our patterns, tutorials, freebies and all the rest of it. And do share with us in the comments as well down below what you're hoping to get up to in 2025. Some of them are continuing goals from last year as well, so do look at that video because I'm hoping to continue to buy less yarn. She says when I'm already thinking about going to Black Sheep Wools in the next month. But yeah, continuing to just save more in general because I'm saving for a house, and to buy less yarn as well because that stash needs to come down. The technique I wanted to try and master this year is intarsia. I tried this, I must have been about 15 years old for my art at school, and oh my gosh, the floats, that's what puts me off, the floats. But now I've kind of read a bit around it, you do actually need to twist yarn a certain way and it makes it kind of all one flat fabric, not like stranded colour work at all, which I'm really into. So yeah, it's something that I need to grab hold of and master, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. It is hard though, isn't it, when you've kind of got a memory from, you know, decades ago of something not going so well and being fiddly. So we'll see how that goes. I am going on just one holiday this year, which will be right at the end of the year. But it's long haul. I've never done long haul before, and I am going to South Korea and Japan, and I'm going with my friend as well. And yeah, I can't wait to just try the crafts and really immerse myself in it. And oh, I'm just thinking indigo dye, sashiko, and there's a certain Korean kind of patchwork that's actually a French seam, so there's no seams in it. But yeah, really going to be immersing myself, so do watch out for the travel videos on that later in the year. Drawing, that's on my list. So I had to go at it once last year. I got all the books on how to step by step to draw flowers, and I got the markers, and I did a review on them actually. It's the Spectrum Noir Crafter's Companion one, so do look at that. I will link it below for you because it's an interesting one, shall we say. But yeah, I got all the gear, no idea, and I did it once. It didn't turn out like it looked like in the book. I can tell you that. However, it is something that I know would come with practice, but I think because it's such a different craft, if you want to say that, to what I'm used to, i.e. sewing, sitting down, knitting, crocheting, I need to almost have everything cleared in my headspace, so not have any filming for YouTube to do, not have any knitting projects on the go, or my stash that I need to reduce. So that's why I found it hard last year. So yeah, I need to try and mentally create time and space as well as physically, to go and do some drawing. House saving plans, that's on the list as well. I reckon I should, hopefully everything going well and nothing changing too much in my life, I will have saved by about September, I think, and that includes fees and things. And this is by myself, so I will be super proud and chuffed. So if I do find a house straight away, then yeah, done and dusted for 2025. If not, at least I've saved up, and then I can look at kind of finding the one. But yeah, exciting stuff. I am moving out of where I'm from as well, in Greater Manchester, so I'll be sure to keep you updated on that. And yeah, let's face it, it's going to be weird and Rachel-tastic. Another one is the Little Miss Dropstitch podcast. I kind of had a bit of a plan for it last year, and I put out feelers of kind of some questions for people to answer. What have you been reading this week, what's on your knitting needles, all that. But I struggled to get responses. I think that's because there was too many questions at once, so I might change that approach to 1 week asking what you've been reading, then collate them and do it as kind of a series. And that's something else as well, I feel, because I need the headspace to actually because I feel like it is something quite planned, rather than just going to my camera and doing something I already know how to do, such as we've just done a video actually on magic knot and mattress stitch on the purl side. So yeah, I almost feel like I need to create a big bank of videos so then I have the time and headspace to almost do nothing or focus on that. So yeah, I'm finding the balance with that, but hopefully we'll get round to it if we can kind of think of some, think of some good ideas. Well no, I will say we, because you all inspire me with your comments and come up with some great ideas as well. So watch this space. If there is anything you want me to cover, do a video on, a technique, project, whatever, then do let me know in the comments and we can look at doing that this year as well. In 2025, I want to really look at doing more slower projects, because I, especially the end of 2023 and summer 2024, I got really caught up in, like the videos on social media of trying on all the garments I made this year, and there's about 20 and they've a massive pile of them, but actually they're all, probably really chunky wool, like this today actually. So I really do have to kind of step back and think, well, what is crafting? It's relaxing, it's enjoying myself, it's getting excited and being creative and learning new things. It's not about kind of joining a rat race and firing things off my needles at all. I'm doing things because, I want to learn things and enjoy it and practically be warm as well. So yeah, I definitely want to look at slower projects, some more 4-ply jumpers, without the thought of at the end of the year, I don't need, the pile of jumpers in my hand of everything I've made. I really do love the practicality and warmth and drape of a 4-ply garment. So that's why I want to get more into those this year. Plenty of socks I want to crack this year as well. I tried last year for about 6 months, it worked well, doing a pair of socks in between each project, so I want to pick that up again in 2025. Other bits on the list is to do bottom up jumper. I think I've done one once, but I've not done like a colour work one or anything, and I'm not familiar with the construction of bottom up. So I've got the Arnie and Carlos, is it Red Barna jumper on the list, and I actually got the wool with them in Norway in the Hillsvåg factory. Even though I'm in a good habit and a good swing with doing stuff for Little Miss Drop Stitch, I feel like I need to reorganise the workload, because I do have a full-time job as well. I'm actually recording this in my dinner hour, so my tummy's rumbling. I'm hoping you can't hear it. Yeah, it is what it is. I've got a full-time job, but almost, can I work smarter, not harder with my time, sort of thing. Like, I don't want to rush and make a whole bank of videos, because then you lose the quality and content. But then, yeah, I try and be like 5 videos ahead if I can, and that accounts for me having, a nice rest and other things coming up, with family at the weekend where I can't film, or a bit of a cold like we've got now. So yeah, if I can try and organise my time a bit better, and hopefully that will help me to focus, have, an expansive time of actually have no filming to do, and I can focus on doing the podcast or whatever. I just don't quite know how I'm going to achieve that yet, so don't worry if it doesn't make sense. Having said that, Little Miss Drop Stitch, the busy schedule of it, if I'm not recording, I'm writing patterns, I'm photographing, this, that, the other. I could talk about all day about all the little jobs to do alongside my full-time job. Actually, that busyness does make me happier, because the little habits and little goals that I keep ticking off, and, my life is probably more purposeful because of it, and, I have this purpose of things to do and do frequently and regularly. So yeah, I am happier for it. I do want to, through my work and videos, continue to motivate people to be more sustainable with their crafts, and thus save money as well. So that's a goal of things we want to keep up and be mindful of doing in 2025. Couple of quick fire. I talked about this in the last video, continue to build on my driving. Long story short, I was absolutely terrified, didn't particularly go anywhere for years, lost a lot of skill, and I've been building that up and I'm doing really well, and my next goal is to be able to get to black sheep wools myself. So yeah, that probably cancels out the first one of continue to save money, but yeah, that would be a really good goal as well for me. Come on Rachel, quick fire. Continue to take feedback from you all, thank you. I do read all your comments and reply to them as well. So yeah, do keep the comments coming, and I will keep thinking and responding to your feedback. and then also, yeah, create more patterns for Little Miss Drop Stitch this year. What have I got planned? As always, to give back to you, free ones as well as the paid for ones on Etsy and Ravelry, so do see what we've got going on at the moment. But for 2025, I'm just thinking what's in my nothing done with yet wool box, and we've definitely got leg warmers, cushion, a couple of cushion designs that I've not designed yet, but they're there in the pending tray and they will happen this year. This is one I designed last year actually. This is blanket, so yeah, my wool kind of I've got off holidays and things in mind. Essentially, I can't remember what's in my wool box, so it will be a surprise for me as well as you what patterns come out this year. And finally, I'd love to talk to my lovely audience more, hence the thought of the podcast as well. And yeah, hopefully I can encourage people to, you know, comment, email us in whatever way you want to communicate, just so I can get to know you better and, you know, interact and appreciate you as much as I can. So thank you ever so much for watching today's video, which is all my hopes and dreams and goals of 2025. Oh, something else as well, because I did mention it in the last video. This year I'm hoping to share with you what I couldn't tell you and still can't, but hopefully there will be an occasion this year, which I'm sure there will, that I can tell you the secret, and as we've established, not my strong point either. So yeah, very cryptic, but I can't wait to share that with you as well, and the experience that I had. So thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know your goals and habits and all the rest of it, and take care and get us some crafting done today.